You are welcome to today's math story at Fungini Professional Services. Today we'll be talking about simple interest. Simple interest is the empirical way of determining the money or amount of money or value which accrue to a particular investment over time, usually at a stated rate. In simple interest, initial money invested is the principal. The time for the investment could be in days, weeks, months, or years, and the rate of interest is usually in percentage. We will discuss in detail simple interest and solve typical examples. The formula for simple interest is interest equal to principal times rate times time. The rate is usually in percentage and depends on the period or time, which could be in months or years. So we need to take these points into cognizance while calculating simple interest. Let's go to example 1. Mr. Cohn went to Standard Bank for a loan of $100,000, which he would invest in his business. The loan was given to him at 5% interest rate per annum. If he paid back the loan after 5 years, what was the total amount he paid the bank? Solution. In finding the solution to the above problem, we will apply our formula for simple interest, which is interest equal to principal times rate times time. The principal money here was $100,000. The rate was 5% per annum, and the period of time was 5 years. We have to bear in mind that the rate here is in percentage, so we will divide later by 100. So solving out, we have $100,000 times 5 times 5. This will give us $2,500,000. When we divide by 100, we will have $25,000. The total money Mr. Cohn paid was principal plus interest. This will give us $100,000 plus $25,000, which will finally give us $125,000 as the money Mr. Cohn paid the bank at the end of the investment period. Now let's go to example 2. A local cooperative institution gives a loan of $50,000 at 3% per month. 500 people took loan for the institution on the 1st of February 2019. 200 of these people returned the loan and interest 1 month after they took the loan, and 100 of these people returned the loan and interest after 2 months, while the remaining 200 returned theirs on the 1st of May 2019. What amount of profit did they make from the loan? Solution. In finding the solution to the above problem, our formula still remains interest equal to principal times rate times time. Our principal here was $50,000. Our rate is 3%. Our time equal to 1 month for the first 200 people, 2 months for the second 100 people, and 3 months for the last 200 people. We will solve it one after the other. To find the interest the company made from the 200 people that returned the loan after 1 month, we will first find interest per person. Interest per person equal to $50,000 times 3 times 1 all over 100. We are dividing by 100 because the rate is in percentage. So when we solve out, we have $1,500. Now, interest for the 200 persons, we have to multiply by 200. So multiplying out, we have 200 times $1,500. This will give us $300,000. For the second group that returned the loan after 2 months, interest per person was $50,000 times 3 times 2 all over 100. This will give us $3,000. Interest for the 100 persons equal to 100 times $3,000. We are multiplying by 100 here, so we'll have $300,000. For the third group of people that returned their money after 3 months, we have interest per person as $50,000 times 3 all over 100. This will give us $4,500. For the 200 persons, therefore, we have 200 times $4,500. This will give us $900,000. Total interest the company made during this period equal to $300,000 plus $300,000 plus $900,000. This will give us $1.5 million. Now let's go to example 3. Awoloke fixed $4,000 in Standard Bank whose interest rate was 7% per annum on 1st January 2019. If the maturity date of the investment is January 2025, what amount would the bank pay him on maturity date? Solution. As our formula still remains interest equal to principal times rate times time. Our principal here was $4,000. Our rate is 7% or 0.07 when we divide by 100. Our time is 6 years. Therefore, we have interest equal to $4,000 times 0.07 times 6. This will give us $1,680. Amount of maturity equal to interest plus principal money. This will give us $1,680 plus $4,000. This will finally give us $5,680. Do we understand? Now let's go to our questions. Question number 1. Meg intends to buy a house in the nearest future. Her capital at hand is $15,000. If the price of the house is staked at $200,000 and she decides to invest the money for some time in a financial institution which gives an interest of 3% per month, how long would it take her to make up the money to the required amount? Question number 2. A motorist insured his vehicle in an insurance company which collects 4% of the vehicle's worth per annum. If the price of the vehicle was $65,000 and the vehicle depreciates at 5% per annum, what amount would the motorist pay in the 19th year he purchased the vehicle? Thank you for being part of this class. See you next week.